what's up with it. Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do, where you at, who you with, you ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip, keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies, all the time, stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this, no we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got shows, boys feeling like Broadway. Always look both ways, even on a crossway. Driving down Cross Bay, out town Barclays. Really on big things, came up a small way. Championship rings, baby, that's a ball game. Oh, she want a little bag, baby, that's small change. Yeah, that money talk. If we ain't cool, then cut me off. No breaking news, don't run your mouth. Thought it was a plug, now he running off. Thought it was a plug, now he running off. What you gonna do, where you at, who you with, you ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip, keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies, all the time, stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this, no we don't allow it. Whoa. Don't do that, we the best coming out of BK, I thought you knew that. Step up in the function, all these women like who that. Got me looking like money, yeah, they love me, yeah, true that. Big racks, new bag, new swag, we ain't cutting no slack. Why they mad, don't do that. See them coming, no mask, 6 feet, move back. How we got it, don't ask, don't do that. Nah, cause they ain't never put us on.
Ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the least. I quit my boss and cooked that sauce and fed that to the streets. Slide in the bed like a wet flow, already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like echo, everything I do they echo. Big facts, my bank on big man, my drip too wet, that spit can. Yo bitch swap me like Q-tips, hold that shit there like dip can. No rehearse, need no reverb, hold your lip, don't say 3 words. Quick trip to get that lick, broad tree fur if you prefer. Quick ride, no time, I'm in there. She clockwise, real good skincare. No TikTok for that caca, they know that love don't live there. I can't roll dice on your plan, Red Rover, I don't hold hands. Get fortune from my foresight, investment brought me 4 bands. Don't roll rage, I get roll head. We'll wheel all by your forehead. Them city John be like he lit, them country girls be like go ahead. If I ain't that man, then I gotta be more than human. How you mean? Funny how the people back then who was hating on the kid always talking about how you clean. Put a little gas in the blunt and I don't pass broke ass nigga, just please be cool. But I can't blame ya, I won't shame ya. Shit, I probably wanna be me too. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the least. I quit my boss and cooked that sauce and fed that to the streets. It's no thing, no sweat, I ain't really worried about it too much. Slight work, light work, not work, I ain't really do much. Get it in, ship it out, pivot route, back corner, end zone. Hit her with a best friend, I don't really know about a friend zone. Real time, real talk, fake niggas can't really match that. Put it in the insurance, Uncle Sam can't really tax that. Get the game, learn the game, play the game.
Child, listen, this is like Chuckalisa up in here. I forget about my my Hot Topics Tyesse After Dark brand. We don't really use it as much. And so I forget how turned up it is down here. What we gonna call this room? We got the Montagues Media Center. I guess we'll call it the Nail Carter Get Down Center. Okay, the Nail Carter Get Down Center. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. This was communicating with somebody, y'all. There's a lot going on today, y'all. I kid you not. Just communicating with somebody. There is a lot going on this Monday. And it just started raining a minute ago, y'all. I kid you not. Hey. All right, well, we got a good start. 24 likes. We almost there till 100. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Everybody, if you can you please hit the like button? My goal tonight was to come in for 90 minutes. I've had a long day, so I'm gonna try to do 90 minutes from now, which would be 8:46 to 9:46, 10 o'clock. I want to be out of here. I kid you not. We got to stop coming up out of here at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning. Brother Wayne, there you are. How are you doing, brother? You know, we've been thinking about you and praying for you. The Tyesse Squad, good to see you back in the chat, brother. Miss V, I see you. Everybody, Sappho, LaFrance, Naida, did you make it to your destination? Did you make it, sis, to you know, the place you was going? I've been thinking about you most of the day, Naida. Okay, Brittany, Chill, Clifton, Dr. Golden, hope you feeling better. Jerry, Gerard, everybody, thank y'all so much. Brother Ross, Samara, Look, everybody is here. Okay. Do we got that gate closed? Let's see if we got that gate closed. I forgot. Does anybody know if the gate is closed back there? I think I put it on. I don't see it. Hold on. You'll tell you the gate is closed. I just want to be sure. It ain't got to be closed, but we want some kind of, you know, we want something on there. All right. Did I clean my lens? Hold on, y'all. I don't know if I clean my lens or not. Give me a second. See if this lens is clean. Unless I got to turn my lighting up on my computer. Hold on. Let me see something. Oh, yeah, I got to turn the lighting up. Oh, it was the light. Okay. But ain't nothing wrong with cleaning the lens, too. Okay. Okay, because I didn't know what that was. Okay. Because look, I was just, and then I had to brighten up the camera and wipe the lens. Okay, that's a lot better, y'all. All right. What was I just saying? What was I just doing, Tyesse? I have no idea what I was just doing. I have no idea what I was just doing. I was doing something. Oh, I was going to check the gate. Okay. To make sure that it was proper. Why don't we do 5 minutes? Let's do 5 minutes. Because we had the stalker in here. He's been bold, but he has no idea what's coming to him in just a little while. He's clueless. And that's how I want him to be. Mr. Tyler and Legal for Eagle and all his names he go by. Don't trip. All right. Customization. Let's do customization. I think it's on any duration. Let's just do 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is a great time for people to sit and wait, and then you comment. Okay, I think 5 minutes is perfect. Okay, did it come on here? Let me see. It is. All right. Sit and wait 5 good minutes, and then you can, you know, come on in here. Why do I have the hiccups all of a sudden? Well, we were on last night with our Sunday night service, Tyesse Squad. So tonight is, you know, one of those nights where we have a blank slate. And so I love you too, Bam. My brother moved. My brother and my sister-in-law, they moved. They moved in their place, and that chapter is closed, sis. And they said it's 101 in Lancaster today. I said, if it's 101 in Lancaster, honey, what is it in Las Vegas? They say 116 in Vegas, 119 in Phoenix. All right. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. We are here with a Monday Night Live, all by himself. If somebody slips, and leave a comment up so you can lay them out. Okay. You can. You sure can. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. God is faithful. Just Sunday at church, they were singing, leave it alone, leave it alone. God can handle that better than you can. Leave it alone. Sunday at church. All right. Anyways, we're going to get into it, y'all, because I want to try to get out of here. Brother Curtis Jordan, another brother that I've been wondering about. How you doing? Okay, let's get into it. Let me see something right quick. Oh, Okay, so first we want to talk about the Idaho shooting. We want to send condolences out to the 3 people that were killed, including an In-N-Out burger worker. Okay. My brother is in the chat. Oh my God. Vaughn, where are you at? Wait so I can see you. Love you, brother. Happy belated birthday. All right. They say Vaughn is in the chat. That is my brother. I love him so dearly. Okay. So some deranged gunman, y'all, just went crazy and just started shooting and unalived several people. Several people were injured. And this In-N-Out just recently opened. So this was the grand opening weekend. And of course, per usual, we know what race it is, right? We ain't got anything. Okay. We already know what race it was. We don't even have to go there, right? Okay. So again, it's in Idaho, praying for people that just came for a burger or just came to see what the grand opening was about, you know. It's just crazy. Couldn't believe what you was watching. Couldn't believe what you was watching. Yeah. But not to pew folks. Yeah. Another shooting, Terry Irvin. We definitely have to keep a prayer on our tongue. That's what the old saints used to say. Keep a prayer on your tongue. And Karen Clark said, there's a bomb in Gilead. And so many other songs we can quote tonight, but I'm going to move on with the episcopacy. We definitely have to stay vigilant, y'all. Okay. So we have that going on in Idaho. We're praying for the folks in Idaho, right? Innocent people gone. And then this whack job unalived himself as, you know, the police started, you know, exchanging gunfire and some hero started exchanging gunfire. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a hot mess over there in damn Idaho. Okay. I'm not doing a lot of promos tonight, y'all. I'm not doing all these promos tonight. I'm trying to get up out of here early. No, I don't have no man coming over. What's the rush? What are you trying to get up out of here for? He got one of them Tyler Perry men coming over here. No, I'm not gonna get caught up in no damn it's best that Tyler Perry got caught up in. I'm just going to relax and watch a couple of movies. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, moving on. So I'm not doing a lot of promos tonight, y'all. All these movies and new TV shows that are coming out at this time, I won't do it. Okay, so I'm going to do one now. I'm going to do one. Your mother. This is Mahershala Ali. He is a 2-time Academy Award winner. His name is Mahershala Ali for Moonlight fame. Did we get the? Let me see if I got this thing, y'all. The bio for this movie. Listen, it's supposed to be a really good movie, y'all. He's an assassin over there in Houston, Texas, and it's got some, I guess, some Islamic ties in it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here you go. Your Mother is a 2026 film by Bassam Tariq, starring Mahershala Ali as a devout Muslim hitman in Houston who must protect his children after his wife dies, forcing him to confront his faith and profession. The cast includes Giancarlo Esposito, John Cho, a lot of people, y'all. This I want to see. I definitely want to see this. I definitely want to see this, and it's coming out in September. That's around Tim Bree's birthday, right? Around Tim Bree's birthday. That's going to be on September 25th, and then in select cities, and then in October is going to go everywhere. Okay, y'all be over there. Y'all be sure to watch Your Mother. Y'all got to see this. A Muslim hitman with a baby. Yeah. A Muslim hitman on the move with a baby in a back sack. Okay. Yeah, we may have to check this one out, Ty Squad. That's what I was asking. Y'all didn't want to go to Pensacola or something? I was asking the same thing. Like, wow. We have some exciting news on the music scene. We have some exciting news. Speaking of Houston, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B was the other way around, Tyesse. Okay. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song WAP. I'm not going to say what that stands for because we have a lot of ladies in the audience tonight. WAP has went diamond. This is her 4th record to go diamond, and this is Megan's first to go diamond. And so we say congratulations, lady. That is 10 million. It went diamond. Not to be confused with double aluminum foil and double saran wrap. So we say congratulations, Cardi, on your 4th plaque, and congratulations, Megan Thee Stallion, on your what plaque is this for her? This is her 1st plaque. Yeah, it was a bop, y'all. You saw the trailer today, Crystal? Okay, good. I'm gonna fly down to the A and we going to see it. Yeah, sis. Yeah. Come on down. Congratulations, Meg and Cardi. Yeah, I wonder if they did a song for men, what would it be called? Because they call that what would they call it if it was a band song? I don't know. You know what they would call it. Y'all know? Anybody in the chat know? What would they call it if it was some dudes? Okay. All right, so let's get to this right now, y'all. We have a story that is very disturbing. Somebody sent a cash app. Let me see who this was. Ann Hicks, for my favorite content creator. Of course, I love you, sis. Thank you so much for $10. You are appreciated. So we got to go over to Detroit, everybody. Unfortunately, we have a really just sad story tonight. I have no words personally. But yeah, we have to go to Detroit for some very, very sad news. And I messed up. You see what you did? Yeah, because you don't have notes. You messed up. I was supposed to do this story after In and Out, then do Cardi B. Okay, yeah, that's what you did. I see what you did, Tyesse. It's okay. It's your show. They can't whoop you. And what they gonna do? Put you out your own show? You made a mistake. Okay, so we're gonna go back and do this, y'all. Okay, let's get this done. This is Detroit, Michigan, and we're gonna listen to the father, and then we'll come back and talk about it. There's 2 clips actually.
What happened there tonight wasn't for nothing. There was no altercation. Why them guys came back and did that, I have no clue. But I heard it from the person that found my son dead, that they never got into it with the guys. They just asked them politely, and the guys left. But he didn't. He said they left and came back, and then they left, and the party went on, and came back later that night and shot the house. What
do you think about that? Like, they just simply ask them to leave and then they come back shooting?
Well, I asked him, I said, was there any altercation? Did y'all argue? He said, no, sir. He said, we did not argue. He said, we explained to them that I'm not for sure how many of them was. I guess it was a group of them that the people that was there kind of felt uncomfortable with them being there. And he said they left at 4 something in the morning. He said he heard gunshots. He didn't want to find my son. He said when he got off the floor, he said blood was all over the wall. And he said my son was just laying there with the girl. They both were laying there with their eyes open.
What would you say to these young men who just so reckless, so senseless, man?
I don't know why y'all did this. The people at this house did nothing to you guys, but just wanted you guys to respect their wishes. Put them guns down. You guys took my world. You guys, not just me. The other girl mother, the other girl got shot. You guys took a lot. I don't know what's on y'all mind right now. I hope y'all clearly think this out and do the right thing.
We have a party at a house. The attendees asked a group of boys that, people was uncomfortable with their energy, and they asked them politely, could y'all leave? They left and came back and shot the house up. 2 teenagers are dead, and another person I believe is wounded. It's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just sad.
My son wasn't even aware of what was going on, that they asking people to leave. The guys made a decision to come back and shoot the house up. For what reason? I don't know, but you killed 2 innocent people. I still don't believe it. I don't believe he's in there. So until I see his body come out. Or my son was on his way back to college. He's leaving back for school in 2 weeks.
You have to see it to believe it.
Put them guns down. You guys took my world. You guys, not just me. The other girl mother, the other girl got shot. You guys took a lot.
Okay, Ty Squad, this is a home near Coolidge and 9 Mile in Oak Park. Let me bring my screen down here. This is near Coolidge and 9 Mile over in Oak Park. Okay, and from what I understand, this is not like a really bad neighborhood per se, but people just, you know, it just I have no words. I don't know what to say tonight, y'all. But somebody asks you to leave. Somebody asks you, can you leave the party? You leave and then come back and shoot the whole house up. So, you know, these guys usually do not have any type of empathy or anything like that, sympathy. So they rarely turn themselves in. So maybe the community and people will do the right thing, y'all. So that's what we're hoping for, that they do the right thing and say, you know what? No, this is crazy. We can't let this go, you know, go down like this in our community. Let's do something about it, right? Okay. Let's get to our Nolan Wells update, everybody. So the state autopsy is complete. And today we were all bombarded with somebody leaking a fake autopsy report. I'm sorry. I just feel like I know who's behind it. I do. I'm not gonna say the name. But I just know he's behind it. Anything that happens, he's behind it. Because he's so evil like that. So a fake autopsy report was released and people started thinking, and there's so much fake information. And I really believe he's behind a lot of it. I really do. I won't be calling no names. But I'm just saying, my spirit tells me that he's behind a lot of this mess. He really is behind a lot of it. And so we're waiting to see what the state autopsy finds. We do have, you know, the press conference last month with Benjamin Crump in the independent autopsy, which indicated a few things that didn't sound right, you know. And then we're also hearing some new things about the young woman and her sister and child. This story, it just goes back and forth so much. It's kind of hard to, like, when you hear something, you're like, well, child, that ain't gonna last long because they're gonna come out and say something else in 20 minutes, you know? Yeah, I know he's behind a lot of this. You know, he did that on purpose, talking about the cocaine. He didn't have to say that. You know, and the way these people are treating this woman as she's grieving her child, I'm with Tabitha Brown. You know, I'm praying for the mother, you know, and praying that she, you know, gets justice and peace. And I hope anybody that has done this woman any kind of way, I hope they can't even sleep at night. I hope no days of peace find you in this life. To do that to somebody as they're grieving their child is, well, Toni Morrison already said that, you know, the racist they're bereft. They're bereft. So to do that to a mother as she's grieving, and then y'all telling her how to grieve, and one of the friends talking about Nolan would be upset with his parents, y'all have lost y'all mind. Oh, Nolan would be upset with his parents and tell his parents not to. What? Oh, y'all have lost it. Oh, it's a special kind of evil. But listen, Gail, these are the same people that used to hang us and then, you know what I'm saying? And then go back in the church and sing Amazing Grace. So it ain't really far-fetched that DNA still runs through their damn bloodline. Everybody here tonight, I wish you would watch Birth of a Nation by Nate Parker, our brother Nate Parker. I told everybody at the movie theater when we was walking out, I said, they finna get him. Didn't I say it, Jason? Oh, Jason like Tyesse, I wasn't there. I said, when we left the movie theater in LA, the Baldwin Hills Theater on Crenshaw and King. I said, they finna get him. When I watched Birth of a Nation, I watched it like 4 times. 2 times at the movies, and I think I've seen it 2 times at home. Everybody needs to go watch damn Birth of a Nation by Nate Parker. Next thing you know, Birth of a Nation, what happened? They done found an old RAPE case on the guy that was adjudicated, and they done drummed all that up. Everybody was saying only a black man could get acquitted or cleared of something and then get drugged through the, again. I was there. You said, yeah, I said it. I said, they could get Nate Parker. I like movies like that. There's 3 movies everybody need to watch. You need to watch, well, one is a documentary. Birth of a Nation, Nate Parker. What was the movie? Origin, Ava DuVernay. You need to watch these 2 movies in your lifetime. Birth of a Nation, Origin, and you need to watch the documentary called The 13th, also by Ava DuVernay. All in succession if you can. They say she's getting ready to do the 14th. That's what I heard. They say she's getting ready to do the 14th. Hey, Brother Emmanuel. Hey, everybody. Sappho, Brittany Jill. Thank y'all so much. Erica Kimberly. Yeah, it was a good movie. I ain't got nothing to do with it. All right. Okay. Rashida is, taking part of this challenge that she's, doing. Listen. Rashida and all them, love and hip hop people, y'all, I can't get into them no more. I can't. It feel like I'm losing brain cells when I deal with Rashida in there. Rashida just joined this new challenge where you sit down and you do all these different emotions, and then you put a title up of something, and she put up, I'm never leaving Kurt. And then she did all the emotions. I should have played it, but I don't want to waste my brain cells tonight. Rashida, Kirk has been cheating on you since I was a child. Girl, if you love it, we all like it. I promise you we do. It seems like you're making fun of the girl, but the joke is on you. Kirk been running around Atlanta, honey, since I was a child. And you want to make a joke about like it's some kind of sick prank? Girl, go sit your ass down somewhere. Your good aluminum foil going Albert. Your son just beat a murder case. Y'all should be somewhere sitting down somewhere. That little boy beat a murder case. Go sit your ass down somewhere, Rashida. You was all on Love and Hip Hop looking like an idiot. Dummy, stupid. Yeah. Listen, it's Monday Night Live, y'all. Come on in. Y'all have a lot going on over that little girl. She always somewhere popping around. And let me say this, Rashida, Kirk ain't no damn prize like that girl. So it must be something else going on. He must be hung like a mule or something. Because Kirk ain't no damn Boris Cujo or damn Shamar Moore. I promise you he's not. I'm never leaving Kirk. Who gives a damn? Yeah, y'all should be quiet. The little boy done got acquitted. Little boy done beat a whole murder case, and y'all over here laughing and snickling and stuff. Well, that's what they say, Priscilla. She that has very low self-esteem. She's straight out of a damn Women of Brewster Place damn monologue. Or she has an arrangement with Kirk. Either way, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what I said. Kirk got something magical. That's what they said. Listen, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me, bro. No. They say you must be hung like a damn mule. All right. We have some exciting news tonight. Sister Pinky Cole just announced that her and her husband, I want to tell him them damn cheesesteaks is nasty from your cheese. Only thing that was good was them damn egg rolls. I may order a couple of tonight. But them cheesesteaks was greasy and the cheese tastes like government cheese. You talking about how delicious they are and they so good? No, they wasn't. Oh, let me get back to the announcement. Pinky and her husband, what's his name? Derek, whatever. It starts with a D. They have announced that they are expecting their 4th child. Yeah, they're pregnant. Them cheesesteaks was nasty. I prefer Woody's. And they know me and Woody, so I tell them, give me extra grilled onions and fix my sandwich like you fix yours at the end of the night. Put me some more meat on that damn sandwich. And melt my cheese real good. Melt my cheese, grill, fry my meat hard. I want that meat to look like carne asada. And then put me some onions and some mushrooms on there. And then wrap it up. And that's just the end of it. But Dave, I think his name is Dave, them cheesesteaks was greasy. Honey, you could change your oil on your car with them cheesesteaks. Ooh. I was sitting over there. I was sitting there, Jason. I got so dizzy. I had to sit down for a bit after I ate. I said, ooh. And they tell me, ooh, they so delicious. And then she over there, Jason, she over there, when you walk in the store, me and Samara was gonna go. We was gonna go over there, but then we heard when you walk in the door, they talk about, hey, slut, hey, tramp. Hold on. We was gonna go, but they said when you walk in the door, that's like the little thing. They say, hey, tramp, hey, slut. That's their thing. Wait a minute. Man, I will never go back. I back door ever again. That place probably got so many people in ICU right now. Nothing but damn acid reflux. Them egg rolls are good. The egg rolls are good. They're if they fresh. Yeah. I had to put my hands on the table like this to balance myself. And then when you go over there to the restaurant, she tell me, hey, prostitute, y'all didn't know me like that. Not the greatest representation of vegan food. Yeah, they call it slutty vegan. Hey, wait, hold on. I just came for a sandwich. Yeah, over there. And listen, I was talking to Samara about this. Like, once you cross one street, like over there on Edgewood, you cross one street over there, y'all, it look real thick over there, no shade. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to say it's ghetto or hood, but once you cross, I forgot what the street is right there when you get to just before you get to Slutty Vegan. It get real thick over there, y'all. It's very tradey over there. You're like, girl, I'm no longer over here in my neighborhood. I don't see no more white people. I mean, it's like one street you cross over and you're like, girl, what that? Come to Chicago for some delicious vegan food. Well, you know, I'm not really into all that, you know, turning mushrooms into oxtails and stuff, Andre. Did you cook vegan food? Child, I told my driver, pull off, hurry up, pull off. Because I went over there to another restaurant. I told him to pull off. Edgewood, Boulevard, right there. I told him to pull off. My driver said, what do you want to do? I said, honey, just pull off. I don't like the way this look over here. Yeah, it's ghetto over there. Yeah, it's ghetto over there. Who is this? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Jesus, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, they better get him a credit card. Is this credit card fraud? We'll talk about it tomorrow. This CNN. 47, you know, when they're messing with credit cards. Or the whole family of crooks. You know, the kids, the mammy before she croaked, they're all crooks. Yeah, so I'm seeing some here with some credit cards with Capital One. Yeah, I believe it. We'll put this on the doctor for tomorrow, Ty Squad. The whole family, the kids, the grandkids, all of them are crooks. Old stunt queens out of Queens, New York. Yeah. We'll pin that for tomorrow. Shout out to Pinky and her husband, all jokes aside, on the upcoming birth of their 4th child. Listen, love is in the air. Love just won't let me wait. Love won't let me wait. Speaking of love, T.I. and Tiny celebrated their 16th anniversary with a vow renewal. Oh, vow renewal. Okay, well, listen. Somebody said, you know, they've been through a lot and they have an understanding, and you know, they have a real good relationship. It appears they've been through all kinds of sexual allegations and lost TV shows, and they still standing. You know, they say she looked like Miss Piggy and stuff, but he loved her. They always talk about she looked like Miss Piggy. I say congratulations, but whatever she looked like, he's still with his wife. So 16 years is a long time, Ty Squad. That's what they said. She looked like Miss Piggy. I said, y'all are wrong for that. You know, y'all don't have to talk about that lady like that. Hey, Prophetess A, Tiny need better support for that dress. Well, a lot of people told her, girl, listen, you know you shaped like Marge Simpson. You know, why are you trying to do this fishtail dress? We didn't understand it. And they go, you know you shaped like Marge Simpson. You know, you should have did something flowy, like a Cinderella-like cut. 16 years is an eternity in Hollywood. That's nice, Andre. It's really nice, you know. It's really, really nice. So shout out to Tiny and what's that man called? OTI. That's what I said. Crystal, good for them. Okay. Okay, let's look at this prophet. His name is Prophet Davis, y'all. See what the hell he's talking about. We've covered him a couple of times. We covered this guy a couple of times, you know, his prophecies and stuff. Let's see what he's talking about this time.
I had a vision Saturday that the country went into a blackout and there were jets flying over my head. And it was when I looked up, I seen military jets.
What other things are you seeing as far as our future for this country? And are you only able to see large scale things?
Nope, I see everything. I look, and if God gives me permission to talk, I release. If he doesn't, I shut up. But there's pretty much nothing hidden from the spiritual eye. Now, what I do know is coming next is that this nation is going to hit another pandemic. In February, I posted a prophetic word and I said, COVID is coming again. There's going to be a rerun. And in a vision, I shook a man's hand and he shook my hand very, very aggressively. And he said, I'm the cousin of COVID. And I told him that another COVID is going to come with a new name. We're seeing that right now. That's verifiable. I had a vision Saturday that the country went into a blackout and there were jets flying over my head. And it was when I looked up, I seen military jets. We are going to face something to where there's going to be an emergency shutdown for the country because of a safety issue. There's going to be some type of military operation that is going to take place, and it's going to be an immediate shutdown for this nation.
Do you get called by celebrities? Do celebrities try to?
All day, every day.
What do you do for them, and what do you say?
Everybody's narrative is different, and so it depends on their narrative, their need, their situation, and how I measure their urgency.
For the people who don't know who you are, what's some of the predictions that you've predicted that were correct?
I predicted the plane crashes that were going to take place in Philadelphia with the children on them. I predicted the war on Iran. There were going to be lost children found. And that has been happening back to back.
You've recently said that we will not see any sort of war on our land as long as Trump is in office. How does that work?
What we see is not what we see. And when the cameras are off, you know these people are friends.
I talk about that all the time.
This is verifiable. You can go look it up. I posted a video leaving New York and I said to the new mayor of New York and to Donald Trump, repent because y'all are playing games in our face. Y'all are pretending y'all are enemies and y'all are really friends. Not even a week later, that man was in the White House, in the Oval Office, smiling and cheesing next to Donald Trump. A prophet was able to see it a week before it happened.
When you are on social media and you were talking about things that were to come, how often are you correct?
All the time. I don't miss because I'm not guessing.
Prophet Karn, honey, God told him about the World Cup. So listen, honey, God be talking to these people, huh? What y'all think? I wish he would have told us about the first COVID-19 though. Ooh. I wish he would have told us about that first round. Maybe we could have dodged some, you know. I'm just tired of I'm tired of these prophets, y'all. I'm tired of them. It's draining at this point. You know, it's like, okay, some of this stuff is very generic. If you go and you chat GPT, any given calendar year, there are multiple, you know, epidemics. Right now, we got a whole outbreak in Africa right now of Ebola. Saying that there's going to be an epidemic or an outbreak, we just had where everybody boo-booing on themselves. What's that? The letters. We're just exhausted. Take us out of your prophecy chat, sir. I'm sorry. You know. I'm over all of them. Tiffany Montgomery, you know, she over there talking about don't mess with me. What's gonna happen if somebody mess with you, Tiffany? I'm 1000% sure, honey, ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody. Prophet Davis, I'm not saying that you don't know the Lord, or I'm not saying you ain't saved, serve. Y'all just, I don't know. The stuff y'all need to be warning us about, honey, y'all don't ever see. That's all I'm saying. I want a salad so bad. Listen, I want to make some cabbage, but I'm scared of cabbage. They say, well, if you're cooking it, you'll be okay. I don't want to trust it right now. I want some of my smothered cabbage so bad. He was crying on live before he wants Trump soul to be saved. There's some people that just have to perish in the fire of the lakes of hell. And I believe Trump is going to be one of those. Some people just have to go to hell. There's got to be something, you know, for somebody like that. You just got to go to damn hell. And I'm like, y'all, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on around here. I don't have anything to do with it. We have some very exciting news. Some very exciting news tonight. But before we get into this exciting news, we need to make sure that our likes are up. So can y'all give me a like check? I almost bought a head of cabbage. I want this, but I'm scared like even you cook it, it's gonna stay alive in the heat. So, but they say if you cook it and then like, you know, on a high flame, but I don't want to trust it right now, y'all. Y'all, let me know what them likes are looking like. 195. Okay, let's do 225 if we can. Thank y'all so much. There's over 500 in the chat. Can we please get, you know, 225? Let's get 225. Let's get that done. You know, 225. Let's get that done. I don't know when we're gonna have another pop culture night, but you know, with the way this church news is set up, y'all enjoy this night because I don't know. We do this in Patreon now. Okay. We don't know when we're gonna get another one of these Monday Night Lives or, you know, pop culture nights. Okay. Can we get to 225, please? Thank you so much. You appreciate it. Well, it was just announced today that Jermaine Jackson's son, Michael Jackson's nephew, Janet Jackson's nephew, Jafar, has signed on to do a blockbuster movie with Will Smith. Let me explain something. Let me pull this down. Go around there and get y'all damn son. Jermaine, you good tin man looking ass. Go around there and get your damn son. Because they, you know, you want to come out to our house and rehearse. Jada Pinkett, all of and you look just like that type thing. Boy, come on back home. Jenny, you need to go around there and get your damn nephew from that damn house. Because you know what happened the last time they was bringing people around their damn house. Now they got damn Michael Jackson nephew in a blockbuster movie coming out with Will Smith. Latoya, well, not Latoya, because Latoya, honey, look like if you blow her, honey, she'll just fall over. Somebody can go get that damn nephew, honey, and bring him about that damn house. Because that's how they get you. You want to come over to our house and run some lines? You want to come over to our house and we can rehearse for the movie? And the next thing you know, Jada Pinkett going to be in the back sucking him up. That's what happened to August Alsina. That little boy to be wearing them skirts, them cheerleader skirts. What's his name? Oh, Jaden. He brought that boy over to that house. And the next thing you know, Jada was back there eating that boy up. Janet said she's worried about her own son. She'd go around and get her damn nephew. You know, she always went around here whispering and singing meow, meow, meow. We can't even hear her ass. Turn your mic up, Janet. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. I got a feeling Michael Jackson nephew know what to do. I got a feeling too. And then you got to stop taking all these pictures and shit with these flowers in your mouth, baby. I'm just being honest. All these flowers and roses and tulips and shit in your mouth. Jermaine, you need to come and get your son. Come out that bathroom, Jermaine, putting all that damn hair grease in your hair. And come get your damn son. What's that boy name to be wearing them cheerleader skirts? Jaden. That's the because you already had that little girl. She was over there on Red Table Talk talking about, I know you love Tupac, mommy. I know that was your love, mommy. That's a weird ass family. It was weird on that show. I know Tupac was your first love, mommy. The little girl Willow. She said the family was weird. Yeah, Next thing you know, that little boy gonna be over there, and next thing you gonna know, he gonna be coming out there at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning over there at that damn house. They said that house ain't nothing but the good time house over there. She said, oh, I know you love Tupac, mommy. And Jada Pinkett would just be sitting there smiling. And the grandmama, what's the grandmama name? I forgot her name. She'd be sitting at the table talking too. Yeah, Jermaine, come out that bathroom putting all that damn Blue Duchess grease and crown. What was that grease in the red can? Royal Crown, I think it was called, grease. In your hair and go around there and check on your damn son. He got these damn flowers and shit in his mouth. Latoya better take her ass around there. Honey, Latoya looking like if somebody blow, if a wind comes through, she gonna fall over. Latoya better take her ass around there and get her nephew. Well, hopefully, y'all, they just keep it strictly about the movie. Everybody keep it about the movie. Don't do too much. Yeah, Mama Pickett. They said she was on drugs when they was in Baltimore. She said, I think she was on heroin or something like that. Yeah, that family has been through hell. Yeah, that family has been through hell. Let me do a quick promo for my show tomorrow, Ty Squad. Please stop by tomorrow. The Black Gaze is up and running. If you don't know, we have the Black Gaze tomorrow. Please stop by and check it out. Maz, can you put a link so people can subscribe? And tomorrow we're going to be talking about, we're going to be discussing some of the sexual components to transgenderism. Because some people are confused, and I want to help you get, with the Sydney STARR situation. A lot of people are kind of like, Ty, how can, well, I'll explain it. Because I understand you're straight and you probably don't understand all this stuff. Okay, so we'll explain that to you so you'll be in the clear. And also, we're going to be talking about, escorts. Woo! Oh, my God. Okay. We're going to be talking about escorts tomorrow. Okay. So be sure to turn into the, yes. Gay for pay and all that tomorrow, y'all. Oh, my God. All right. The Black Gaze is now up and running on our Black Gaze channel. Hit the link and subscribe now, right? Okay. And thank y'all so much. Every last one of y'all for subscribing. Thank you, Ty Squad, and our new subscribers. When I tell you we're closing in on monetization over there, we're closing in. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. You mean the world to me. Yeah. Gay for pay, escorts. We're going to be talking about all that stuff tomorrow. Rentman.com. Yeah. Come on by. Okay. So we did that little boy over there. What's his name? Not Jaden. Jafar. Okay, we did Jafar. Okay. Let me talk about this, y'all. Okay, so I'm excited. Everybody's talking about, there's been a couple of interviews. P-Valley season 3 is coming up, right? Can I be honest? I don't remember. I didn't even know it's been 4 years, Ty Squad. It doesn't feel like 4 years. 2022, the writer's strike happened, and then it just went blank, right? And then, there was also a lawsuit with Nikki Gilbert from Brownstone. So I heard she watches my show. So shout out to Nikki Gilbert. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know. I don't even remember. I don't remember what happened. So we're gonna have to watch like at least 2 episodes of the last season. It don't feel like 4 years, Ann Hicks, but it's been 4 years. But this show dealt with a lot. This show dealt with a lot of intersectionality. It dealt with in Mississippi, Chucalissa. So we're dealing with poverty. We're dealing with sex, identity. I mean, you name it, it dealt with it. And we have not seen a show that I can think of that dealt with all those intersections with Black people being the lead characters. Sexuality, religion, socioeconomics, poverty, and all of them were intersecting. Sexuality. This was a masterclass show. And so I'm glad that they're going to be bringing them back for season 3. I am. And I like when Black women have agency over their body. I do. I like when a Black woman who says, I'm a stripper and I want to go strip. And I'm fit to make me some money. I love sex positivity. I'm sorry. I like when a Black woman says, yes, I can be a stripper and not a whore or a whore. Me too. Me too. That tall thing that's a security guard, Shelby. What's his name? The security guard, Manny. You know who I'm talking about? He works the front gate over there on Ruthless. The tall security guard, his name is Manny. We'll see if Shelby know who I'm talking about in the show Ruthless. His name is Manny. I'm just gonna rewatch one scene with Thick Light Skin Dude, and then I'll be ready. Child, listen. It was a revelation. Okay, so Shelby, that tall thing that worked that gate, Manny. Let me tell you something. Yes, Manny. Y'all know Manny. Child, they would have to reconstruct my larynx. What's this thing right here? They would have to reconstruct my larynx. I promise you. All right. I'm excited to go back to Chucalissa. Chucalissa, Mississippi. This was a great show, y'all. This is a great show. I don't know. I don't know what happened with my girl Nikki Gilbert in her lawsuit. She had a play. She said they ripped her off. She fought the valiant fight. She fought. She didn't win. But I think, in my personal opinion, it was like David and Goliath. And she lost, and I'm sure she owes a lot of money in attorney's fees. But listen, she can say in her bio, they can put in her obituary that she fought some big people. She took on the fight. She believed in what she believed in. She said that P-Valley was based on my damn play. Hot bubbling brown sugar, what was it called? Nutmeg, whatever it was called. Nutmeg and cinnamon. She said it was based on it. Yeah. All right. Looking forward to P-Valley again. You don't see it often. Pose was one of the shows. Pose, P-Valley, Insecure. I love shows where Black people are Black people. They're real Black, fully fleshed Black people where you don't have to. I can't get into Blackish. I can't get into shows where you're trying to be palatable for the white gaze, Gaze. I can't get into it. I have tried. Abbott Elementary? I can't do it. Blackish? I've tried. It's just, no. I know how you're writing, and I know why you're writing it the way you're writing it. So it's not funny to me. Yeah. Always misspell RAPE in the chat. I always misspell it. You know what? I cannot. Always misspell the word RAPE in the chat, everybody. Okay? All right. Well, we all have an obituary. I didn't mean it like that, Ken. Well, when her bio in the end is going to say that she took on a media giant. And her obituary, not like that. I didn't mean like she going to pass, nothing like that. No. I hated when polls went off, learned so much in watching Harris's Burning. Well, you need to come by the Black Gays. Have you been by the Black Gays? Eric and Kimberly, have you been by my show? We on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Have you been by my show? You said you learned so much. Have you been by my show, my other channel? Polls was gonna have to do some heavy lifting, and Ryan Murphy and all those girls over there, honey, they had went through this thing where everything was trans, and they had jumped on this trans wave. Laverne Cox was very hot, and my girl Janet Mock, everybody was hot. RuPaul's Drag Race, everything was hot. And polls was out. Everybody was like, it was a trans wave, right? And after that fizzled down, they talk about, well, season. I think they did. How many seasons did they do? 3 seasons? Oh no, they did 2 seasons. Yeah, season 3. Season 3, they was gonna have to do some because they were gonna fast forward. How many seasons did they do on polls? I'm trying to remember. Oh, hold on one second. Let me do this little small masterclass TED talk real quick for y'all. Hold on. I feel something in my spirit saying, I feel Archbishop Carl Bean telling me don't walk away from this conversation. Hold on. It was 3 seasons. Oh wow, it don't feel like it. Okay. Season 4, they were supposed to fast forward a couple of years to the 90s, right? They was gonna have to do some heavy lifting because the era in which they were going to was late 80s, early 90s. Magic Johnson came out and announced that he was HIV positive. There was a lot going on, y'all. And so they was gonna have to work, and they probably didn't feel like investing all their time into all that. They got a lot of money off them episodes, and they wanted to move on. That show deserved 5 seasons, minimum 5 seasons. Polls deserved 5 seasons. And so there was so much that we needed to talk about because it properly handled the HIV/AIDS crisis. But there was a lot that went on with regards to once the death stopped. Help me, Holy Ghost. Once Jennifer Holliday was in Dreamgirls, she said 81, 82, every gay man in her phone book passed away. All her friends from Broadway had passed away. So then let's fast forward about a decade. We get into 89, 90, 91. The deaths have kind of plateaued. They've stopped. Well, not completely stopped, but it's not the way it was in 81. And so now people are trying to figure out how to live with the virus, with the pharmacological advancements they had at that time. And some of y'all remember, if you're in nursing, AZT was frying people's insides. AZT was frying people's insides. And they done cut off all funding right now, y'all. But back then, people were fighting. My sister, Valerie Spencer. Somebody y'all know. Y'all can say, I know somebody. Valerie Spencer that comes to this show is a pioneer in getting Black people the help that they needed. That woman that y'all see on this show is a pioneer in helping Black folks, Black queer folks get help, medication, housing, dignity. Yeah. So, like I said, honey, they was gonna have to do some heavy lifting, honey, because people started kind of like living a little bit, kind of hanging on, but America didn't even live up to a lot of what they should have been living up to. Oh yeah, it was bad, y'all. Y'all, you had to, you have to be there to experience it. Okay. Stephen A. Smith is apologizing to Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he's apologizing to him. Do we have the statement? If we don't have the statement, I don't give a damn because I'm pretty sure Kyrie Irving does not give a damn. I promise you he don't. But let's see if we have the statement from Stephen A. Smith. If we haven't fine. If we don't, who gives a damn? All right. He says he's sorry because there was a lot that went on, y'all. Okay, I think we have. Let me try something else. Hold on. Stephen A. Smith apology to Kyrie Irving is right here. Okay, wait a minute. Stephen A. Smith apologizes to issue an apology to Kyrie Irving, admitting he was wrong to heavily criticize the guard's refusal to take the COVID-19 vaccine during the 2021-22 season. On his show, the Stephen A. Smith show, he said, Kyrie Irving did nobody wrong. We did him wrong. I did him wrong. And for that, I'm sincerely sorry. Smith said that rather than being stubborn or selfish, hindsight shows Irving's willingness to stand up against mandates made him brave. Now, what brought this on was he said he had a change of heart and was influenced after watching former public health official Dr. Anthony Fauci's Capitol Hill testimony, where he pleaded the fifth on some questions. Okay. Nobody gives it. Kyrie Irving, I'm sure he's not missed one meal of any sleep, Stephen. You know, you drugged the man. You know, he did not want to take the shot. Some of us, I took it, at the request of my doctor. But COVID-19 was real. We have people in this chat that lost people. I lost my best friend. COVID-19 was real. So all this shit about these vaccinations and, I didn't take it and you took it and you going to eventually, no. Whatever happened, it happened, y'all. Whatever happened, happened. But over 250 million people took, 220 to 250 million people took the vaccine. So people that's be out here just doing all this damn talk about what's going to happen to you and what, listen, we took it and that's just the end of, most of us are still here. So listen, something worked. But again, I don't think this man cares. I really don't think he cares about your damn opinion. I really don't. All right, bye. Ooh, honey, take him down. I'm so sick of him. I don't know what to do. Okay. Got that. Okay. Let's talk about this. The video is up, Ty Squad, if you want to watch it. I watched about 33 minutes of it. Whew. Brandon Tatum, one ex-cop versus 20 black liberals. I mean, when you see him centered in that chair and, and you really get a bird's eye view of how ignorant he really is. When I say you really understand that, first of all, the man is not even smart. He's not even smart. He is really an idiot. And so they're sitting there, and each person is coming up, and they have already a clip that has gone viral already. When he says to one of the liberals, they brought up Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wasn't sure about this channel. That's why I didn't play the clip, y'all. I ain't got time for no copyright claims. I don't have time, baby. I'm not going to be fighting no YouTube channel about their content. So I wasn't sure about it, you know, how they're set up and whatnot. And so they talked about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the Tulsa massacre of 1921. And the person asked him, you know, about it, and he said, "Yeah, I know about what happened. I know about it." He said, basically, some white people and some black people got into an altercation, got into it, and the white people got the better of them. When I tell you, there was a collective in that room with the people. Like, I know you lying. This man did not even know he didn't even know about the Tulsa race massacre. Like, wait, bro. Like, you can literally Google that. Even if you don't know, like, and now there's a video circulating around that's viral as well. There's circulating around of him doing some stand-up or some sort of TED talk for racists. And he said, you know, he used to look up to Rosa Parks, and until he did research and found out that I hate saying this, I feel intellectually deficient saying this. He said that he used to respect Rosa Parks until he found out that all of that stuff that was going on with the Rosa Parks, he said it was staged. He found out that, you know, it was staged and stuff. Woo, first of all, you didn't know the details of the Tulsa race massacre, and now you talking about the Montgomery bus boycott. One of the most successful boycotts in American history. Still holds the record as one of the most successful boycotts. It changed American history, right? Lasted a year. I shouldn't even have to explain this. I shouldn't have to explain this. Okay. I'm doing this off the top of my damn head. But Rosa Parks' husband had a car, sir. There was one car. Most families during that time had one car. He used the car to go to work. She did domestic work, and so she caught the bus. And let me explain something to you, you dog-faced bastard. Okay? Let me explain something to you, because you look like a Rottweiler. So the word stage is so incendiary. There were things that were orchestrated by the NAACP, by SNCC, by CORE, okay, by the NCLC. There are all kinds of things that they orchestrated to bring attention to those matters, because at that time it was real and it was happening. That's why we call it the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. So you organize, a la community organizer, you organize and orchestrate certain events so that you can bring attention to it, and that attention brings change from a legislative standpoint. Dummy, idiot, stupid. But when you use a word like stage, it sounds like there's something going on, you know, plot-wise. Whew. Yeah, that's what I want to know, Gail Coleman. What these, Oh yeah, and it's coming fast and quick. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Thank y'all so much. It was strategic. And so you had to do those things like the Montgomery bus boycott, you had to do the sit-in over at the Woolworths Diner in North Carolina. There were so many other things that you had to do so that the media would cover it and it would get national and sometimes international headlines, like the bombing in Birmingham of the 4 little girls. Oh, Jesus, y'all. I mean, if y'all want to go around there, I ain't trying to trigger nobody. It really is must-see, viewing. Because you just cannot believe that this man is this damn ignorant. There is so many damn documentaries on Tulsa and the Tulsa Massacre online. You can watch one a day and never watch the same one. I kid you not. We got to give our girl B some credit on that one. She said, baby, you got to wake up. To be that dumb, like some of these people on YouTube, some of these bloggers, to be that dumb, I am, brother, because I was going to quote you. I'm glad you said that. I'm going to quote something you said. You said, we got to stop platforming and showing this guy. You said that. I was hoping you would come by, and there you are. So, Tyesse Report new followers and friends. And I'm going to drop the link at the end when I finish our top 3 tonight. I definitely will drop the link. Okay, so what was I saying? What was I talking about? I forgot. If y'all want to go around there and watch it, y'all can watch it. It's educational because sometimes you just don't know how dumb these people are. That's what I was talking about. B said, in regards to something very, very recent, you got to be dumb to wake up in the morning and be like, I think I want to do the dumbest thing ever to make my situation actually worse than it already is. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I want to be really, really dumb today. That takes effort. That's effort. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to be dumb. Yeah. I'm not even going to start, y'all, because once I start, I go down a rabbit hole. I want to be very, very dumb. I'm going to file bankruptcy. I'm going to write on the form that I have no money. I have $0 on the form. I have nothing. And then I'm going to go and file a lawsuit using money, lots of money. The filing fee, the lawsuit cost, the lawyer cost, and then I'm going to file the lawsuit, and then I'm going to see what happens. But there is something called an interrogatory. Look it up. It's called an interrogatory, where you will have to explain where you got that money from. I don't know who's advising some of these girls. God damn. Who, you can't be that damn stupid. I don't know who's advising these girls. But if, like I said today, if you look at some of these bloggers, they really look dumb. Just look at them. Oh my goodness. Okay, but that ain't none of my business, honey. Go off, honey. Pop it, drop it like it's hot. That interrogatory, you have to explain where you got that money from. Because you already said that you don't have any money. If y'all can stomach this guy, check it out. If you don't want, I know Gail, she gets triggered easily. But, if not, y'all go ahead and do what y'all got to do. All right. Let's do what we got to do, Tyesse Report. Let's keep it moving. Make sure we got everything. I think we got everything. Honey, that's going to be the word of the year. Interrogatory. Look it up. Interrogatory. I want to make sure we're done with everything before I get into our top 3 stories. Because I'm going to rock and roll, then I'm going to drop the link. Child, y'all can't be going on the damn chat GPT and perplexity, honey. Don't do it. All right. Don't mess with Bill. Ooh. Let me stop. Okay, I'm going to start tonight with Tyesse Report from the Have and the Have-Nots. Listen, I saw the text messages that Tasha K put forward. Now listen, one of them text messages from 2024. Okay, and so she's known for adding extras on stuff and whatnot. But the man recently got married. I showed the I showed the pictures here on my channel of the wedding, beautiful wedding. And so Tasha K, she showed some cash apps from this woman. She showed all of this alleged. She showed the him asking her, she telling him to come to the hotel. I think it was on Spring Street over in DC. I said, "Ooh, child, listen." And so listen, if the wife don't seem to have a problem, y'all. I don't know what, maybe she know about his past, or we don't even know if this is recent. I couldn't even see no dates on there, Tasha. I'm just being honest. Because Tasha, you known girl for rewarming OT, Tasha. You known for that girl. If they happy, listen. She done married the man already. So it's like, girl, what we gonna do? She already married the man. It's over with. At the end of the day, listen, some men have past. Some women have past. And so, when they get married, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell the woman, ma'am. Listen, that's your husband. You listen, honey. Follow your first mind. Talk to your husband. Ask him, listen. Is any of this recent? Did you pay a woman $350? They're talking about that's all she got was $350. Sometimes, listen, I would have did it for free. I'm just being honest. So listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it. So if that woman's happy with her husband and they have an understanding, and maybe they talk before maybe they went to premarital counseling. I don't know, Tyesse. I really don't have a lot on this story. I don't know what to say to this lady. I don't know what to say to her. She chose her husband, they married, and that's just the end of it. Okay. Well, see, it usually comes home to roost. The chickens usually come home to roost, Crystal. She better keep an eye on her husband. Tasha, keep an eye on your damn husband. All right. And that's number 3. Coming in at number 2 tonight, y'all, is SIDNEY STARR. I'm not showing her mugshot. I ain't doing all that, y'all. I'm not showing SIDNEY STARR's mugshot. I ain't doing that tonight. All right. SIDNEY STARR has been arrested. She is a transgender influencer, and she has been arrested. Now, listen, this woman has a really storied history on social media, most of which I know off the top of my head because I followed them all as a blogger. She lied on Chingy. She said that Chingy had messed around with her rapper Chingy. Chingy opened up on one of his, I think it was Uncensored. He did a show called Uncensored. Chingy opened up and talked about how that lie that she told really did some things to his career as a hip hop artist. She later came out and said that she lied. Yeah. She also was going with, actor. They were playing around like they were a couple for a minute. Darius McCrary from Family Matters. She had a public falling out with her mentor, sister, Tyesse Madison. She went around met Tasha K, and she knew what was going on with Tasha K and Tyesse Madison, and still went around there. And then there was a lot of, she lied and said some things and was very dishonest. And Tyesse Madison publicly washed her hands and said, I'm done. Tyesse Madison, let me show you how done. I remember Tyesse Madison said she has put it in her contract. Her rider is, if SIDNEY STARR is on the program, she ain't doing it. That's how done Tyesse Madison was. She put it in her contracts. If she is on the program, I'm not participating. I'm just saying. Okay. So let me read it, honey. I'm just gonna read it. And then tomorrow we're gonna be talking about some things on the Black Gaze channel. Woo, child, honey, I just cannot. Okay, let me just take it from the top. Reality TV personality SIDNEY STARR has been arrested in Georgia. As many of you know, she's right here in Atlanta. Give me 1 second, Tyesse. There we go. Reality TV personality SIDNEY STARR has been arrested in Georgia and is facing multiple felony charges stemming from an alleged incident involving a juvenile. According to the Hatfield Police Department, officers responded to the Embassy Suites Hotel on International Boulevard on Sunday, August 2nd, where an investigation led to the arrest of Sydney Favors, who is a personality professionally known as SIDNEY STARR. Authorities said Sydney was taken into custody at the scene before being booked into the Fulton County Jail. Court records show Sydney had been charged with aggravated child molestation, sodomy, and sexual battery against a child under the age of 16. I'm getting information that the child was 14. Because the case involves a juvenile, Hatfield Police said they will not release additional information. The investigation has now been turned over to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for prosecution. At this time, no trial date has been announced and allegations have not been tested in court. Very clear. Now let's go to what's being alleged, you guys, okay? Thank you, Gail. Thank you for the acknowledgement, because I didn't even do my offering before I did the top three. But we will get an offering in before I drop this link. According to the booking records cited by multiple outlets, investigators allege the incident occurred at the Embassy Suites Hotel in Hateville. All right. Reports also claim Sydney admitted to performing oral sex on the minor during the investigation. Those allegations remain unproven, and SIDNEY STARR has not publicly responded to charges. Sydney's mother, Stephanie Favors, says she was completely blindsided by the allegation and does not believe her daughter committed the crime she's accused of. She told TMZ the accusations are completely out of character and said Sydney was in Georgia for a booked appearance at the time of the alleged incident. Stephanie also says she has not been able to speak with Sydney since the arrest because she remains in custody. For all y'all that want to know just a quick bio, Sydney rose to prominence through social media before appearing on reality television shows Love and Hip Hop New York, Baddies ATL, and Wild and Out. She also made headlines years ago after she fabricated claims that she had a sexual relationship with rapper Chingy, a controversy he has long said negatively impacted his career. What happens next? For now, SIDNEY STARR remains in Fulton County Jail while the Fulton County District Attorney Office reviews the case. As with any criminal case, Tyesse Squad, the charges are allegations and SIDNEY STARR is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. Because she is a trans woman and because people are, Black people, transphobia runs very, very deep in our community. She will be vilified and raked over the coals before she even gets to a court and before anything is even proven, right? That's just the nature of the beast of social media. If they already don't like you. And so when something like this happens, they all kind of like they feast on her body, right? They also use it as an indictment on the gay community. They're going to make it seem like this is something that we all do, and these are allegations, right? They don't care. They don't give a damn about waiting to see, what happens with the charges, because sometimes charges are dropped. That's why I don't come out. I'm 50 years old. I'm too old to be doing retractions live on the air, so I don't come out here windmilling. Yeah, we'll do some more commentary after this case moves a little bit further through the judicial system. So we'll see what happens after a couple of court dates, because I've seen cases drop. I've seen people say that somebody did something and then they didn't do it. I've seen cases where people did not know the age, people misrepresented their age, and so there's been so many different scenarios over the years, y'all. So I just like to wait and see. I don't have to be first, and I ain't got to make it worse than it actually is, right? But that is not to diminish the fact that this is a very, very disturbing story. Disturbing. And if the allegations are true, she needs to be in jail and locked up. She needs to be locked up, because there's no excuse for this whatsoever. None. I have nothing for you, right? And so there's no excuses for this, but the internet will crucify her and crucify the LGBTQ community as a whole because of the actions, the alleged actions of one. So what we can do is just wait and see how this plays out in court. But as gay people, let me say this, as LGBTQ people, we cannot shun and run away when it's our people. Okay, I want to be clear on that, because that can happen a lot. When it's LGBTQ and the blogger is LGBTQ, you can't be like, running for cover. You have to tell the news. If sometimes when I see somebody and I'm like, oh, please don't let them be black, and they're black, I still got to cover the story, because that's how it goes, right? And so as LGBTQ journalists, podcasters, commentators, we still got to talk about what happened. We can't run and then, run behind the curtains. We can't do it. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll be talking about some other aspects of it, because some people are kind of confused about transsexual identity and how it works with, sex. And so I'm going to try to break it down. I'm not a trans woman, but I know enough. I'll try to break it down where people understand it and still be respectful to the case. Okay. Tomorrow on the Black Gays channel. Okay. Listen, if she plugged that damn channel one more time. All right. Let's get to our number one story tonight, everybody. Let's get to our number one story. Before we do that, let's go ahead and do this. I don't even know if I have that. Let me see. Let's do this before we get to the number one story. Okay, so you want to support the platform tonight? We appreciate you. Whatever you want to give, it's an open night, whether it's $5 or $500. We appreciate you, everybody, for supporting the official Tyesse Report. Okay, there you go. We're gonna wait a millisecond or two. We're gonna see what y'all gonna do. What's today? August. Oh, tomorrow my cousin's birthday. My cousin Shirley's birthday is tomorrow, and Barack Obama's birthday tomorrow. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so we're gonna wait. If anybody would like to give tonight for this tremendous, stellar blogging, now will be the time. We have to raise, to be honest with you, we haven't raised anything today. So we have to raise $100 per day. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off, but we'll see. Okay, $100 a day, and we haven't really taken up nothing today. We're going to be in the hole. We're going to be in the hole because tomorrow is Tuesday. Unless I come and do another show tomorrow and see. Okay, we got an old child. I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, let's see what we can do, though, y'all. I think somebody gave something early. Did anybody give anything early? Okay, let me see. Oh, no wonder ain't nothing going on because you ain't got the thing turned on, Tyesse. Wait a minute. Okay. Thank you, Mona Davis earlier and Mark Griffith earlier. Okay. Ann gave 10. Oh, so we got 10, 25, and 20. So that's 55. So we need $45. That should be easy. Okay. Okay, let me get on with this, y'all. We need $45. That's what we need. Okay. 10, 25, 20. Okay, that's 45, 55. Okay, that's what we need. All right. At least we won't hit the ground tomorrow in the red. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Let's get to our number one story, and y'all continue to give as I continue this story. Tonight, we're talking about noted journalist Roland Martin, who has been a staple in Black journalism as long as I can remember. Thank you, Mona. I got it. I had logged into my chat Cash app. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal, for $25. Keep up the good work. I'm going to try. Thank you, Nita Davidson, for $10. Over on Kimberly Reeves, thank you for $5 on Zelle. Thank y'all so much. All right. Roland Martin has got himself in a really bad, my mom used to call it a trick bag. Roland Martin has got himself in a real bad trick bag. His attorneys reached out to Tasha K. Tasha K said she found out that, her and the attorney had, known each other from some previous business work early in her career. And so she did know the attorney. They reached out to her, gave her a courtesy call based on the email that was sent. And they had a conversation. She did have a conversation with the attorney. It is confirmed that it is Roland Martin in the salacious photos. It is Roland Martin. Now, also is very important to mention that the young man that was on the show with Tasha K, from what I understand, he is the originator. He received the photos first. His name is Poetic. Hold on a second. He received the photos, and then he reached out to Tasha K because he said that this wasn't really his wheelhouse, this particular sector, that particular genre. So he reached out to Tasha K because he's a hip hop commentator. He does hip hop. So this is more Tasha K's wheelhouse. So he reached out to Tasha, okay, and her messy ass. Okay, the attorneys let it be known that this is Mr. Roland is in an active extortion situation, and that if these photos, because this is revenge porn, if these photos are released, you will be sued. Okay, so Tasha K ain't bad because she didn't show them photos. I watched the whole thing. She did not show them damn photos. She set her ass right there, and she said that her lawyer told her, how to do it. Basically, gave her information, and so she looked at her phone and she described to us what she saw. And so Tasha K is a Trump supporter. She is very, very I don't get pro-black from her. I get pro-capitalism from her, pro-tax, cuts and stuff. I don't see her as being rooted in the black community. I don't. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. Okay. Thank you, Candy, for $25. I appreciate that. Thank you, Earl. All of y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Roland Martin is in an active extortion plot, and she went on to describe what exactly she saw. Tasha K went on to, talk about what she saw. What she saw was Roland Martin was basically on some pillows. He had like several pillows under his butt. He had several pillows under his butt. And it was described as though, how women give birth and they put pillows up under you to prop you up, to give birth like a midwife would do. He had several pillows up under his butt, and the woman had 5 fingers going in him. There was this thing where the lawyer said that it was not pegging. It was not pegging. And whatnot. Listen, y'all, the woman had like 5 fingers going up in Roland. Okay. She then goes on to literally humiliate Roland in the worst way. There's no other way you can describe this other than she wanted to humiliate him. Every man in America would be humiliated. There are men in the chat right now that'll tell you, if you want to humiliate a man, talk about his penis size. If that's the worst thing you can do to somebody publicly, in front of people, and women, a lot of women know that. And so if they fall out with a man or have an argument with him, that's the first thing to emasculate the man. They'll say, you're not well endowed. Okay. She said it is the smallest she's seen out of the 3. Diddy, Pastor John Gray, and Roland Martin. Roland Martin is the smallest, and she says that it is probably something medically, There is something called micro penis, where it's very, very small. Okay. I'm not here tonight to turn this into an episode of TLC. I don't give a damn about how small or how big. That is not, who cares, really? But that's Tasha K. So that's what she does. She said, and I quote, that John Gray's was so small it looked like a clitoris. Okay. John Gray was so small it looked like a clitoris. All right. Okay, what is that man's name? He was just on there. I gotta get this poetic. I want to get his name, Top Spot. He's a blogger. He's a hip hop blogger. Wait a minute, hold on. Do we have him? Poetic Flacco is his name, y'all. Poetic Flacco is his name. His name is Poetic Flacco. That's the guy that brought it to Tasha K so they could do this hit piece on Brother Roland Martin. I'm not making no, please save your emails. Email your mammy and email the doctor that helped you deliver your mammy. I'm not making no excuses for Roland Martin, but I do feel like in this particular case, Black folks that have a mantle or a charge to keep, y'all should really, really be, mindful of all of the responsibility, in the Black community, that people look up to you. We depend on you, and so, well, it was also said that this woman, according to Poetic Flacco, said that this woman is known for doing this to other people. And Roland's lawyer said that there's an active investigation going on concerning this. How this transpired was, Ty Squad new followers and friends. The woman who has a really big booty, she's like one of them big booty women, she had a surveillance system in her bedroom. So I don't know if Roland Martin, in my opinion, I don't know if Roland Martin even knew he was being filmed. But from the video, photos, stills are made. But I don't know if Roland Martin probably knew that he was being filmed. And so, in my opinion, you know, once you get the footage, you can then hit them up and say, you know, you can hit them up and say, listen, I'm going to release this to the public unless you give me X amount of dollars. You know, I was talking to someone earlier. A lot of men pay it. If they got it, they'll pay it. But they also tell you sometimes it can be a mistake to pay it, because when you pay it, they'll come back again and say, you know, I need more. And an NDA on something like that, sometimes it's kind of iffy. You know, if you do some sort of agreement and say, well, this is agreement signed here, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars. Sometimes when it comes to stuff like that, it's kind of like null and void, right? So Roland Martin's attorney said there's an active investigation going on with her. So listen, she may be in jail any day now, right? We may be hearing about her being in jail. The young man, Poetic Flacco, that brought all this stuff to Tasha K, was right there talking about, well, you know, when you and somebody, you know, there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. I don't say it so bad, sir. You are an idiot. Nobody goes into anybody's house, you know, thinking, you know, that I'm fit to be in here, even if I'm having intimate relations with you, and you going to do revenge porn on me. Nobody thinks that. Like, oh yeah, she gonna do revenge and then extort me later. You know, so I don't know. You know, some of this stuff don't even make sense, y'all. Roland Martin, and the sad part about it all, Roland Martin has been married for over 20 years. And his wife is a minister. And everybody, when I say everybody says this woman is the sweetest woman you ever want to meet. Jackie Martin, Jackie Martin, I think Jackie Hood Martin. They said she is the sweetest lady you have never met. It's like an angel on earth, right? Let me say this, Sarah. For what I was watching and gathering, if somebody put their hands in you, 4 hands up in you, that's not your first time. Like, and they described how he was, the facial expression he was making. Oh no, that wasn't his first time. Oh no. Oh no. If your hand just going, oh no, that's not, no. Your hand just going up in there, that ain't your first time. Oh no, you've been around the block a couple of times. So back to his wife. She's a reverend, sweetest woman you ever want to meet. And then the question becomes, why would you do this to her? Why would you do this to her? Now this woman is humiliated. Okay. Number one, Roland Martin is going to be okay. He will be okay. As far as his channel and his brand and all that stuff, he'll be okay. The one thing he will never be able to do again is do them soapbox lies he normally do. That's over with. Let's stop today. You will never be able to do any moral stories. It's done. However, when it comes to your political commentary and social justice activism, most people in this chat is not really shocked like that, where they're just, oh my God, I can never watch him again. Because we done seen a little more kinkier on some of our after 11 o'clock TV shows. You know? No, I don't think so. I think that in any scandal, there are people that will fall off. But a mass exodus, I don't see that. Personally, I don't see that. You know? And there is also, Romeo, what you're saying, the Barbra Streisand effect. Well, hell, you may get new people to come over because a lot of them may not even know who you were. You know? So the woman that he was seeing has a whole surveillance camera situation in her bedroom. You know, only person I care about. I don't care about Roland. I don't care about his channel. I am a big fan of Roland. I'm over it. I don't care about Roland or his channel. I care about that wife because she don't deserve this. And somebody may say, y'all assuming she don't know. I don't think this woman is a reverend. I don't think she knew her husband is over there getting finger banged, you know, by big booty women. No, I don't think that. And she's a whole reverend. No, I don't. Well, how y'all know? Well, I just believe that this woman is blindsided. A lot of people, oh, you know, they may have something going on with it. Okay, if that's what y'all believe, I'm not here to argue against it. I'm just putting, I don't believe that this woman, a whole pastor, knows that her husband goes out and cheats with big booty women. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. This is why they tell men don't be cheating, especially being of a certain age. That's why they tell you to stay truthful to your wife. Somebody saying something that was very, very, you know. People don't give a damn about black women, so they'll forgive a man more than they would if it was the other way around. Did this happen recently or a long time ago? Well, this is going on right now, so I would assume it's a current situation. I don't know about if there was a timeline. I mean, if there was a time stamp or anything that was not mentioned, but being that the case is going on right now, I would assume it's a recent case. If she knows, she certainly doesn't want to put. That's another point. Thank you, Romeo. You know, Maya, I just thought about that. You know, he's really, you know, really proud of his fraternity and all of that stuff. And he's always talking about that. Also, the golf community is golfing and stuff. So I don't know how, but looked like he was on the golf course this weekend. I saw a picture. Why don't we drop this link and all y'all in this chat come up here and empty your guts out? It seems like some of y'all in this chat will come up here and let it bubble up and give it sound. Whether it's Brandon Tatum or whether it's Tyesse LEPLEY or SIDNEY STARR, somebody should come up here. One of her daughters should be strong enough to get up here and get on the damn microphone tonight. Do we know who the woman he is with? She's one of these big booty, you know, these Instagram girls, hot girls. I mean, y'all asking questions like, I don't know who this woman is. We don't know her. Like, her name is Betty Brown. She's an Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Her favorite color is aquamarine. We don't know all that, y'all. She make beans. She make mean butter beans with oxtail. I mean, we don't know all that, y'all. I'm sorry. We don't know that. Everybody in the chat asking like, what's her name? What color are her eyes? You know, what kind of car she drive? I don't know. I don't know this lady, y'all. I don't. When you're a person of no cheating, you must control the venue where the high volume sex is taking place. Well, common sense would tell you, like, if you are Roland Martin, you got a lot to lose. You got a lot to lose. So going over to her place was, that was dumb. I hold my married brothers accountable. If they cheat, I will cut them off. We move with integrity over here. Sometimes people hold on to compromise the info and release. That is true too. After several attempts to get the envelope from you, if they don't get the envelope, then they say, okay, let me send this over here to Poetic Flacco. Okay, so with all this going on, okay, we should have 9 people. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. Okay, got it. All right. We should have 9 squares with all this energy in the chat. What high school did she go to? What was her school colors? What was her school colors? Is she on Section 8? I don't know. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Kendall Pryor, for 777. Who is she? What's that over there? What color was her bedroom furniture? Did she get it an Outlet Plus? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let's drop the link and see if we get these. 9 people should be coming up here to talk about these topics tonight. 9 people. Yeah. Okay. We drop the link in the chat here. And you can talk about any of the things that you saw tonight, not just the top 3. Please be respectful. You know, I mean, your comments should be around 4 to 5 minutes tops. Okay, 4 to 5 minutes tops. Okay. Anything over 5 minutes, honey, yeah, you have to come back. You got to come. Anything over 5, maybe 6 minutes, come back another time. Or wait for the people, and then we'll come back around to you again. Okay, we got Crystal. All right, we got Sarah. 7 people. Crystal, what are you weighing on today, sis?
I'm weighing in on Roland. I can't remember the rest because Roland took me out. I'm just going to tell you the truth.
Brandon Tatum in Tulsa.
I got to go to Brandon Tatum first. This man here.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you right now, but just like her name is Kimberly. I can't remember her name. She said in the chat, she's from Tulsa. And I was telling her, I'm from here too, blah, 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 blah. And like she said, I agree. We did not learn about the 1921 race massacre in Oklahoma history. And I'm from Carver and Booker T, Black schools, and we did not even have it in Black history.
Wow.
That's how much they had erased it from our school books back then. I don't even think it's back in there now. That's how much they wanted to erase it. So that's number 1. But there's no excuse for him to be an idiot and a buffoon. All I can say is he must really, really be getting paid very well. And then the only other thing I'm gonna say about him is, in the words of Paul Mooney, he will get his ninja wake-up call.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Like clockwork.
But like my husband just said, he cannot get his black card back. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's over. Okay, let me get
Roland Martin.
Okay, now Roland, I've been really mad at Roland for a while, off and on, because Roland can say some stuff that is not too Black friendly. I don't like the way he talked about his frat brother who unalived his wife. He was a politician or something over there in the Potomac. Y'all remember that several months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Justin Fairfax.
Yes, Justin Fairfax. And his 15-year-old son was in the house or something like that. And Roland said, I didn't like the way he did not at least say something nicer on the side of the wife. She is the one that was unalive. But he's kind of talked about how good his frat brother, he's a good man. He's this, he's that. I didn't like that. And then also this time, I don't know how long ago this was, but apparently the picture is not what's being fought against. The picture is real. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so the picture is real. So it did happen. And this has been a lot of our Black leaders' problems from the beginning. Even with Martin, all of them had people around the states, from what I can understand. So we're human. Yes, we are. They are. I don't hold them to any higher standard than I hold myself. However, when you put yourself in the light that Roland is in, this is the oldest trick in the book. You got to do better. You're too old to still make those kind of decisions. We too old. Some of us are too, as Mama would say, too long in the tooth for this foolishness. And the internet got all the old players getting caught. Bottom line, y'all got to stop. Social media is killing them. I'm sorry. They taking them out one by one. But I don't.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
It's the truth. But I just, Roland, I love him. I do. He's made me mad lately, and he's pretty arrogant, so I just can't wait to hear what he has to say about it. Is he addressing it at all publicly on his platform?
That's what everybody is saying. Ignoring this does not make it better. You need to address it. And if you address it properly, your people would. I just know they'll understand. I really do. But
I think
ignore.
a lot of his people know. You know what I mean? They know him
Yeah.
and all of that. So I agree with you. I don't think it'll be a mass exodus. First of all, we
No.
can't afford to just sit everybody down. Somebody got to be able to stay on the wall now. It's a little light around here for the black leaders anyway.
Right. Who do we
As it
have?
is. Who
Hey,
do we have for real?
Don
Yeah.
Lemon, Joy Reid. I mean, we really
Yeah.
don't have that many out here right now.
Yeah.
So
Yes, little skeleton crew right now. So
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
but I
So
agree
that's
with you
fine.
wholeheartedly. Sometimes he get on my nerves too, but I
Yes.
I
But I'm
value.
with him.
Yeah, I'm
Me
with
too.
him. Yeah.
I'm with
All
him.
right.
I'm with him. Yep. All right. And
Oh,
I feel
but
for his wife.
Crystal.
Hmm.
But
Yes.
we're not excusing the hurt of his wife. Let's clarify that.
No, I was just getting ready to say that. Now, for Jackie, I'm livid on her behalf.
Yes.
It's disrespectful. It's dishonorable. You have children that you would bring this to your household is just irresponsible.
Yeah. I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
Thank you, sis.
My daddy was the biggest pimp in the world. It didn't come to the house. You hear me? The first time it came to the house, my mother put him out and divorced him. She never listened to rumors in the street, none of that. She wasn't about that. That wasn't her generation. But she said, if it ever come to my house, you're out. And so and she did exactly what she said after 20 years. So
She kept her word.
kept her word and showed me. Yeah. Yep. All right. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sis.
All right.
All right. Sarah, you're up next. Who you weighing in on?
Okay, so I'm gonna weigh in on Mr. Martin.
And come a little closer. Come a little closer to your mic.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I am going to weigh.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you breaking up a little bit. Hold on. Okay. So kind of move around a little bit.
Awful.
You're breaking up. You know what, Sarah? Try going out and coming back in real quick. Go out and come back in. All right. Is there anybody else that would like to weigh in? Now will be the time. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can bring Ross in till we. Ross, can you hear me? Ross. Okay, his mic is muted. Ross.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I had to restart my live StreamYard. Hey,
Okay.
everybody. Hey, Ty. Real quick, with the Brandon Tatum thing, which absolutely disgusts me, you know what I think is going to happen?
What?
It's going to be, unfortunately, but fortunately, he's going to end up becoming the black version of the white you-know-who.
Of 47?
No, of the truth turning point person.
Well, listen, I don't even want to go down that road because it can open up. I don't want to go down the road, but violence does happen a lot in these political spaces. So
yeah, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't wish that for him.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't surprise me because it's like they mirror each other.
Yeah, that kind of talk and people do get a little wild up.
Yeah,
and Charlie Kirk riled up a lot of people. So anything is possible. Political violence, social violence right now is on a high.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and thanks for covering that part too.
Yeah.
And then also the thing with the person that broke, because I'm trying to name names on the live, the person that brought the information to TK.
Yes, poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking this for a reason because I recently started watching him only because of the Chud situation because he was the only one covering it at that time. But sporadically, he would come up in my feeds, and I thought he was overrated. And I thought that he was, and I'm saying this for a reason, not to be shady, but just from watching different vloggers, I thought that he reminds me of somebody that was real corny, that like in junior high school, and tried to fit in and tried too hard, tried to be hip with hip hop. And so my disdain with him is hit or miss, and it's coming a full head now because, I feel the same way like everybody else does that spoke previously about Roland Martin. But like my heart goes out to his wife,
Yeah.
right? And for right now, of everything, especially for that person, that poetic, for everything that he covers, like promoting like black people and all that stuff, why would you get with the messiest black person on earth and puddle that information over there?
Well, he's doing it. He's doing it for access to capital and it likes, views, and all that. And also, he's Nigerian. He said it today. He's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a whole separate conversation because they don't have the experience that we have with race in America and also understanding what people like Roland Martin, how he benefits us. So to him, Roland Martin, they want to frame it as he's a hypocrite and that's why they're doing it, but no, y'all doing it because y'all are messy and because there's a lot of white hypocrites out here and y'all ain't got them on full blast. So
don't cover any of them.
No.
And the thing about it is that not saying that because you're from another country that you can't immerse yourself into certain culture.
Of course.
But to your point though, and I'm glad you laid this out the way you did because I completely agree with you. And I've been wanting to say this on my heart about our people who share the same melanin that we do that are across the pond and they come over here or they come up to like North America, to Canada or something like that. And then they immerse themselves in the culture, but then it's almost like they act like, for lack of a better word, like they grew up with, like they're a part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the vibe I get out of him and vloggers like him.
Yeah, they come in too hot. They come in too hot. Like, calm down. Like,
like easy. You know what I'm saying? And but I think after hearing this, with you covering this, I think this is gonna be my last time for watching him.
I saw him in my timeline. I just wasn't interested. His personality don't draw me in. Like it's like okay,
I got all the information I need off Chud the cheeseburger. I can but just as long as he's in jail, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I appreciate you covering all this and just keeping everything real. I love y'all. And I'm dropping back down. Oh, by the way, and I'm still recovering from church yesterday. I got my breakthrough for everybody. So anybody that need a breakthrough,
I needed yesterday too. Overseer Ware preach, the choir sang, and baby, when I tell you I got what I needed and I'm good, I'm good.
Baby, when I tell you that was yesterday, I'm gonna say this real quick. Yesterday was the final exam. And for me, it was like my final exam question was, how am I gonna praise God for my graduation, to the next level? Yeah. Baby, I came to church yesterday and my pastor preached this message called "Don't Quit Before Your Payday." And you see this not I like cousin it at the end of service.
Man, I walked in church and they were singing "Everything is gonna be all." I gotta put "Everything is gonna be all right." Then they went into "Leave It Alone." God can handle it better. As I walked in the door, so I said, I'm done.
I would just lay right on the floor.
Love you, brother.
Man, I'll talk to you later. You have a good one. Y'all stay blessed and encouraged.
All right, you too. All right, I'm gonna bring Sarah back because Sarah was already in the queue. Sarah, you're up next.
Ace, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. So the first person I wanted to speak about is the Roland Martin situation.
Okay.
I feel so bad for his wife, the embarrassment and humiliation for her and their family and even the church family. I just think that, it is so inappropriate to be out here just, sleeping around with people and just not being careful. And I posted in the chat that this was probably not his first time. He just got messy with it. And I'm sure that, his wife is dealing with all of that. I kind of feel like if these men don't want to honor their vows and their commitments, like, why not just be single and do whatever it is you would like to do and not jeopardize your career, your family, and your reputation, because none of it is worth it. Um, and I think he'll be okay. The channel will be fine. But these, you know, sermons from the mount just not gonna stick, because he interviewed Reverend Pastor Jamal Bryant and kind of lightweight roasted him about his infidelity and divorce from Giselle. And then you turn around and do something very similar, you know, for the world to see as well. So you got to be careful when you point fingers at people, and when you're doing those type of things. And then I would just wish that our men of stature would just understand that you're a moving target. If you're being approached by these well, I shouldn't use Jezebel, that's the wrong person. But if you're being approached by these ladies, you know, and it seems too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. And you know, you're a man of certain ages. I know, you know, gentlemen like to, you know, feel like they still got it, whatever it is. You know, but you can also lose it while trying to have it. So, you know, that's unfortunate for him. The second thing I wanted to chime in on is this cop, this retired police officer that's speaking on the Nolan Wells case. Do we know why he is no longer officer? He doesn't look seasoned enough to be retired. I was just curious about why he is no longer an officer, and
I
what
don't know.
credentials does he have to be speaking on something that is so, I mean, just the fact that you're retired or no longer an officer doesn't give you the credentials, the wherewithal, or experience to be out here moving willy nilly the way that you're doing and spinning a narrative. I'm sure we can guess who he voted for. Um, but that's all I had to say. Thank you so much, East. I was leaving the gym and I lost you. I was trying to get my little workout on. I'm trying to do right.
All right.
So I lost you, but thanks for having me back.
Yeah, I don't know what his status was as far as police officer. But now that you bring that up, I never thought about it. I'm gonna look into it.
Okay.
All right. Love you, sis.
Bye-bye,
All
y'all.
right. Timber, you're up next. Timber, can you hear me? Timber, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. This is so triggering for me.
It is. It's because she don't deserve this. This wife don't deserve this.
No. Let me. There's two pieces of this that I want to say. Number one, Roland Martin is our brother.
Yes.
And he has done work that we have to hold on to, in that we, the community, us, have to take him into the shed, into the backyard. And we, the community, us, have to whoop his behind until he get the news. But we cannot allow the folks to make us disown him or renounce him. We have to be very careful that, because notice that no matter what 47 does, no matter what he does, and he has done some horrific things, but no matter what, the MAGA will never disown him. You know what I mean? Yes. And won't call him out either. But for Roland, if I had to speak to him directly, first I had to tell him, number one, that we love you, but you know, as a seasoned man, he's not a young man. So these mistakes that what he is doing is, I won't even call this a mistake, because you are a person of a certain age and you've been down around this rodeo for a while.
Yeah.
So now you just get so comfortable in your power. See, because every level you go at, they says, and for every level, there's a new devil.
Yeah.
And so you know when you're at that level and you're over 50, you 60 years old, you pretty much have seen it all. And now you know the cost of the anointing in your alabaster box. You know this. You've covered so many scandals, so you know where the enemy is lurking to attack you. But that power that you think that you have, that you think that you're invincible. And when you get to that place where you think you are invincible, the very thing that you are attacking other people with your voice, that's when they're talking about pulling the covers back. God doesn't have to do anything. You're doing it yourself. God don't have to snatch no covers off you. You are rolling around bare with the sheets all pulled up because you think ain't nobody clocking you. And this hurts because that's the whole thing about Jesus going into the wilderness and being tempted. He says, from all angles, there's nothing you're being tempted that I haven't been tempted by.
Oh, you better preach, Timber.
Come on, do this. I do this. All of the world is yours. You got the power. You own the top black mega media. You that man. And see, the enemy has a way. Let me tell you something. All of us think we got it going on, but honey, there's a red button in everybody's back that the enemy knows where and when to push that red button. I'm gonna get off because you already done laid the protocol. You done already said 5 minutes.
No.
I got to be obedient, but
no. When it comes to when that thing is flowing, take your time. They do that at funerals. They say, no, we'll give you a few more minutes. Go ahead.
I want to be obedient. But they got the message. I'm simply saying that you cannot, wherever, and you're out there and you're preaching and you are fighting for our causes, then you cannot be caught in that same web. Be caught in another web, but don't be caught in the same web.
Yeah. If somebody told us, well, he was in the room with a little white powder. Okay, we can listen. Okay.
Yeah. But you can't call Jamal Bryant out when you're doing the same thing. And I'm telling you, the embarrassment, the hurt of the wife. I'm telling you out of experience because I know what it is to have to walk around and hang your head down for something that you're being talked about and something you didn't even ask for.
Yeah.
The embarrassment, the hurt of your family. That's why now when I do marriage counseling, I ask the question, do you trust this person with your life? I put that question on the table because when you're talking about my life, do you honor and respect and protect? Will you be the protector of my life? Whew. That's the number one question. And I don't care if you've been married 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, 50 years. Do you trust this person you're talking about marrying, being partnered with, buying a home with, living with? Do you trust this person with your life? And this is one of the such things when I say with my life. Because she caught a stray that she didn't even ask for, that she didn't even see coming. She's just being who she is. And to know her is to love her. She's been to our church many a time preaching, and she ministers all over, and she's a master teacher.
Oh wow. Man.
And they've raised many of their nieces and nephews. I mean, so, you know, he has done the work and provided for his family, and you can't take that away from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a provider. But Black men and sisters where we may make the same money as you, but when we're looking to our Black brothers, it's not enough just to be a provider, but you have to also be a protector of the sisters.
Yes.
Of your nieces, of your nephew, your nieces, your daughters. To put her name, to have her name associated with this type of is careless, and is careless. It's not just you're destroying and I know he's thinking about it, but you know what? This not only affects him, but his wife, but the children, their children that they've raised, and those who he's mentored.
Yeah. Now, from what I understand, they don't have children biologically.
No. They don't have children, but he has raised. He has taken his nieces and nephews, and they have lived in his home, and he's put them all the way through college. He does not. They don't physically have children, but from the time he has taken on that responsibility, and he's done a great job. So we can't. That's why I'm saying we have to take him in the backyard, and we have to deal with him and whip him. But we cannot allow the melanated media to take this and turn it against him, and we have to deal with him, and there's responsibility, and we're not hiding from that,
right?
But you don't get to tell us to denounce anyone until you denounce your own. That's all I'm saying. But we have to hold him accountable, because you carry the mantle, and even though he is not in a pulpit, but Roland has a ministry as well. See, all ministry is not in the pulpit. That's another thing we have to talk about. There's ministry work, but all work is not in the pulpit, and he has done the work. But we have to hold him accountable, because when you do this, you do something not only to the Black family, the Black community, but the Black church, and all that we're trying our best to stand for, and to heal from this mentality of slavery, and to break the cycle. That's all I'm saying. As far as that other one, that young man down there who don't know the history of Tulsa, go to night school and take a night class on Black history. Go sit with Dr. Carr or someone to be educated, because you know what? There's no other community that would talk about their community in a negative way. Can you imagine the Bluish community talking about that? That did not happen to them.
The Holocaust.
I was trying to just be respectful and not say it, but yes. Can you imagine anyone of their community saying that the Holocaust was staged? Let me drop down, because I'm totally.
I already know. I feel you. Thank you, sis, for always coming and setting the fire and getting us going.
All right.
Love you,
Dr. Gregory. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, man.
All right.
Take it on from here.
Dr. Hudson, how you doing, brother? Long time.
Yes. Listen, this is somewhat my wheelhouse. Officer Tatum is one of those persons. Back in the 1990s, back when I was early 2000s, when I was an editorial writer, I wrote a column that actually ended up catching the attention of a Black conservative at that time by the name of Ken Hamlin.
Okay.
And do the research on him. He was the first of the black talk radio host during the burgeoning of talk radio, and it was the predecessor to the Officer Tatum's, the Hodge twins, as well as another person by the name of Armstrong Williams.
Yes.
Yes. They were the precursor to this. However, the farther to the right the Republican Party became, the farther to the right these grifters had to go. So Tatum began his grift during the era of when police brutality cases. So he was the person who was brought on to Fox News and some of the other more conservative sites to be able to justify the police action. So,
okay.
All right, now understand. Now, go to the larger era. I think we do a disservice when we suggest that these people are dumb, because it is more of a business model, Tyesse, than it is about intelligence. If you look at the crowd that he has, the one ex-cop or conservative cop versus 20 black liberals, I want you to look at that crowd. This is the Charlie Kirk model, where Charlie Kirk would go into colleges, to college campuses, and debate children, basically white kids and or black kids, and he would frame the questions that were not at all having anything to do with the question. He used all of the logical fallacies and all of the logical debate tactics in order to discredit them and not pay attention to whatever their response was. This was his model, and this is the same model that the grifters use. Now, let's go back to the original question. That is something that has floated for years, but one has to understand the history, Tyesse. A lady by the name of Claudette Colvin died back in January. Claudette Colvin refused to give up her seat. However, the people in Montgomery had realized, this is December 1955. In August of 1955, Emmett Till had been murdered. There was momentum that was gaining for the civil rights movement. However, Claudette Colvin had become pregnant by a married man. And the concern was that the citizens of Montgomery, the preachers of Montgomery, did not see her as the moral person to be able to rally around, knowing the risks that they were taking. So, of course, Miss Rosa Parks, an upstanding woman, was the perfect person that people would rally around. Of course, this is 1955, and the leader at the time of the Baptist preachers was a man by the name of Dr. E.D. Nixon. Reverend Dr. E.D. Nixon was never, I think that he flippantly suggested, well, why don't you lead it, young man? Because Dr. King had just come to Montgomery to pastor Dexter Avenue, I believe the year before. He was 26 years old at this time. This is what catapulted him into national prominence. So when the Tatums and when the Hodge twins, if you notice, they are only used when the issue comes to race. They're never brought in as, if you would, experts on the military. They are never brought in as experts on taxes. They're never brought in as experts on the economy or even in international affairs. They're only brought in when the issue becomes about Black people, because the Fox News model has always been, we will allow our Black people to say what we can't say, so therefore that's always been a model. And but the thing that I think we have to be very careful about is it's not a matter of intelligence, it's a matter of grift. These men are very, very wealthy and have become wealthy by selling this and by being that racial pawn, because you get to say and you get to be our you know what. And so consequently, That's what, and I wanted to share that with you. And even with the Tulsa race riot, I doubt very seriously if he did not know and had not done the research, but he doesn't have to, because his target audience doesn't need him to know. They don't want him to educate them, but I'm sure that he does. I'm sure he knows. I'm sure. So I think we would do a disservice when we mock their intelligence, as opposed to stating what it really is. It is the grift. It's a business model. Stephen A. Smith, same thing. In fact, I think that's the era that we live in, and these people have made a living off of this, and a very lucrative one. Because yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's very, very, very true what you're saying. You know, a lot of people, Dr. Hudson, tried to make the Claudette Colvin and Rosa Parks thing about colorism. I'm not sure if you remember that when they tried to have that conversation, but it was much more nuanced than that, right?
Very much so.
And so this grift that people are seeing now, Dr. Hudson, it's on a different level because you have multi-dimensional grifting now.
Exactly.
Because you got podcasting, they got TikTok monetization, YouTube monetization. It's just like you can be a millionaire off of being a step and fetch it or whatever you want to call it. You really can be a multi-millionaire making white people feel comfortable about their racism.
Exactly. And that's what they do. And that is what Ken Hamlin did. I ended up being a guest. I want you to look, and I know you will, look up Ken Hamlin. I actually ended up being on his show. I had written a column about the Second Amendment. Something had happened in my hometown. This goes back to like 1997, 1998. And he ends up actually, I think I used the term. In fact, I know the term I used because my city was, at the time, like a lot of urban cities were across America, where the murder rate was extremely high, and especially for a city the size of Shreveport, Louisiana. And I used the term that something must be done about these urban terrorists, which was the term that I used at the time. And he saw that as an opportunity to somehow think that he and I were like-minded. Because he was such a Second Amendment, he was a Second Amendment person, and he and I did have a conversation, and one of his producers said something very interesting, and what he said was simply, he said, "You would do well on our side." I knew what he meant. Now, I did this. I used to do television for one of the local television channels, and the person that was opposite me was this area's GOP chairperson, and I was complimentary to him on and off camera. However, he made a veiled statement to me when he said, "With your knowledge, you would do well on our side."
Oh wow.
Yes, and I kind of, in fact, I haven't been on. This was in 2016. This was the night Trump was elected, and I've not been on. I stopped doing television after that. But what I'm saying is because I saw at the time that the truth does not matter, and so consequently, you cannot argue when people are not willing to even stipulate what is true and what is not. And that's the era that we live in. So consequently, even with all of this that I just said that are true and that are facts, it does not shift anybody's mind. What it does is there's a psychological phenomena that people, rather than change their minds about an issue that they are so embedded in, they'd rather double down. And that's what we see.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that the truth should be the foundation. We start at the truth. Right?
Exactly. Yes.
And then we can formulate objective and subjective arguments on anything, right? But we must start with the truth. Like let's start there. You know how in the airport it says "you are here,"
right?
So that's what we have to. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Hudson. But you know, whether it's the Hodge twins or Terrence K. Williams,
right?
They all of them, they know how to rage bait our community very well and get us all gymmed up.
Yes.
And with that gymmed up energy, it drives in clicks and views.
Right, it does. From the people that are part of their business model. And they get away with doing it by offending us. Candace Owens, same Candace Owens. And if you go back even into her history, she actually used the NAACP for a lawsuit that she had while she was young. Let's look at the champion grifter on their side, Clarence Thomas, who actually had to use every single form of government assistance. I'm not saying that he's not and when I say assistance, I'm talking about affirmative action. I am sure that being poor, I'm sure that he perhaps had housing issues and perhaps even had somebody in his family who had to receive SNAP benefits and what have you. But to suggest that somehow, but to forget but he didn't forget, he knows, but there is an economic, it is to their economic benefit that they choose to do this. I don't believe that they don't know.
Yeah, and then to use the term high tech lynching.
Yes,
that was rich. He's rich. He's very
rich. And at the time, and most people have forgotten that at the time, Anita Hill was a law professor.
Yes,
at the University of Oklahoma, and actually ended up being driven out of Oklahoma because they passed various laws that put her tenure in jeopardy, and consequently, she ended up, I believe, at Rutgers, University of Rutgers, or Louisville, one of the schools, and she ended up having to leave the entire state because, and then think about it, the level of vitriol that was accepted in 1991 does not compare to the level of vitriol that is allowed in 2026. We have gone full circle because in 1991, if you recall, Tyesse, being the historian that you are, David Duke ran for governor of my home state of Louisiana.
He did,
and he was defeated only because the people with money, if you would, realize that it would hurt the tourism. So consequently, we elected Governor Edwards, who eventually went to prison, if you would. But here was the thing. But here is inside of that is a statistic that people don't understand, that people forget, is that still 60% of white people in Louisiana voted for David Duke in that election. He had gotten 60% against a Democrat by the name of J. Bennett Johnston the year before. So now the tenets, the ideas, the concepts that he was espousing in 1990 and 1991 now are the platform of the party. It was Project 2025 in 1990. And so consequently, I just think that we have another thing that, if I may say this, a lot of the anti-Greek letter organizations and Divine Nine is also rooted in this very same business model, that we have to attack everything that sustains them, everything that gives them pride, everything that gives them empowerment. We have to somehow get people to castigate it. And if you notice, that's why the unfollowing, the disavowing of the Greek letter organizations, which started in and among those same people, by suggesting somehow that it came from that. And everything that I have done wrong in my life has nothing to do with Kappa Alpha Psi. Okay, I did them regardless of my connection with Kappa Alpha Psi, and that's being an educated man, being a pastor, and being a leader. But I just wanted to share that with you from a historical standpoint. That, and of course, what the model is.
Well, I appreciate you, brother, for coming on, because sometimes these conversations need a little weight, and people like you and Tim Bree bring the necessary heat and information that we need to maneuver through these very, very, very trying times that we're living in
under
this regime, I call it.
And Roland is Roland is one of my is perhaps one of my journalistic heroes on certain issues and on certain in certain areas.
Okay.
And I am disappointed that this happened. However, a man and his proclivities, whatever they are, don't necessarily take away that for me. So to me, this is a non-judgmental. I hate what he's done to his family and to his reputation.
Yeah.
But because of his status and his stature, I have to be disappointed in that. But as an individual, Tyesse, whatever a person's proclivities are, sexual, if I may say that,
yeah,
and they're peccadillos. I just I try not to get into that.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I think where people tend to take a little notice to it is because of the position of the person and also because of the marital status. I think sometimes, maybe if he was a single man, it wouldn't be so harsh, but and also our people love to tear down our people. It just seems like a lot of our people, like the Tasha K's of the world and these other bloggers, they are anti-black and I don't know if they know it, because it may be just something that's in their subconscious that they do. They don't even know, but they're anti-black and don't even know it. Like,
but I think I think hers also is a business model. I think
yeah, that's why she's doing it. Of course,
hers is a business model, although she does not necessarily attract white. She's not trying to attract the white audience.
No,
I think that her motives are even more sinister. I think her motives are even more sinister, similar to the Charlemagne the God types, where you keep the Ice Cube. In fact, I if I may admit, I actually listened to Today Was a Good Day earlier today, if you would. Had a trip, mess around, got a triple double as a former basketball player. I love that lyric.
Yeah, Ice Cube used to be one of my Ice Cube's CDs were the holy grail to my teenage years. And I don't know, after NWA, that was like Steinway or Stein so when he kind of like around the time of Uncle Joe and Kamala, things just started going. I said, no, I don't know what happened to Q.
Right, but it's a model. It's a business model, and it is a grift. And that's the most important thing that we have to think about as well. But thank you, Tyesse. I really
always a pleasure, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Gotta love Dr. Hudson. Listen, y'all, what a night of great content here at the official Tyesse Report. God is faithful. God is good. Roland Martin is gonna have to. It's embarrassing, people are knowing and people are getting the tea, and so he's have to. It's a season. It'll blow over. I'm a living witness. It'll pass over. I've had embarrassing things. It'll blow over. Just give it some time. But then when I tell you need to go somewhere and sit down somewhere. Honey, you need to go somewhere and sit your MF ass down somewhere. I promise you. And I'll try to repair your relationship with your wife. Talk to your wife. See if there's healing that can be had through counseling. Like somebody said that they think, maybe the wife already know about it. I just don't see that woman, knowing what I know about her, signing off on her husband doing the most wildest proclivities ever. I don't see it. Anything is possible. I just personally don't see it, y'all. Okay. All right. Is there anybody else? We're getting out of here a little early tonight. Thank God, honey, because normally, and we're still 2 hours and 39 minutes in. But thank God we did a good job now. Is there anybody else that would like to hit the link before we go? Anybody else want to hit the link before we go? I'm getting ready to go to bed, y'all. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Been up early this morning, conference calls, Zoom calls, all kind of calls. But I thank God for Jesus, and I know that He's real. He's real. And as I said today, while I was out, He has a perfect track record in my life. Perfect track record. 10 for 10. All right. All right, Ty Squad. If that is all, we finna get up out of here. Have a good night. We got a lot of content for tomorrow, including we're going to be over on the Black Gaze channel. So be sure to subscribe. If you did not get a donation in tonight, be sure to support us. Any amount will be welcome, from $5 to $500. Those are your ways to give right there. Okay. Have a phenomenal rest of your evening. We'll be live tomorrow with multiple different ooh, there it is, shows tomorrow. Love y'all. Let me get out of here. Let me cue the music. Cue the music. Okay, can we bring it down a little bit? Let's let me see. Let's do this. Wait, what was that? Oh, this is from Tyesse After Dark. Oh, all I saw was TAD. Oh, no. That was from when I was doing Worst Neighborhoods. Ooh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's the wrong. Matter of fact, let me delete that. I'm going to do, Curtis Jordan, because we have First Fridays next Friday the 7th. Oh, that will be this Friday. Okay, First Friday. I'm going to do a Tyesse After Dark for First Friday. I am. Maurice, honey, we're out of here, baby. We got to go. Maurice. Okay, we got to go. Let me do this while I'm at it. The Maurice guy is in the green room. Okay, we got to go. Okay. There we go. Hopefully they'll handle that. Yeah, we're all done, Maurice. I see your comment. Yeah, we're all done, brother. See you next time. All right. Bye-bye. That's our cue. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Night, night squad. We out of here early tonight. Thank God. I can watch me a good episode of Ruthless before bed with some grapes. All right. Bye.